The alarm wasn't supposed to go off. That's what set everything into motion. It was a gray morning in Riverstone, Georgia, the kind where the dew still clung to the car roofs and the air smelled faintly of wet asphalt. Miles Carter pulled his midnight blue Lexus into the space marked with his name, M. Carter President, just like he had every morning for nearly a decade. He straightened his tie, grabbed the leather briefcase his wife had given him on his first day as bank president, and swiped his card at the employee entrance. Instead of the familiar green light, the sensor flashed red. He frowned, swiped again, red. The third time it turned green, but the building wailed to life with an ear-splitting alarm. "Great," Miles muttered, stepping inside. By the time he reached the marble-floored lobby, he could already see the flashing blue and red lights reflecting through the windows. And that's when his heart sank, because he knew exactly what was about to happen. Officer Blake Henderson burst through the front doors, gun half-drawn, eyes scanning the room like a soldier on a battlefield. The first person he saw was Miles, a tall black man in a perfectly tailored suit standing alone in the bank lobby. "Freeze hands where I can see them," Henderson barked. Miles raised his hands slowly, the gold wedding ring catching the morning light. He spoke carefully, evenly. "Officer, this is a mistake." "Shut up, turn around. You're under arrest for breaking and entering." And just like that, the man who had turned Riverstone Community Bank into a thriving institution, the man whose photo hung in the boardroom, whose signature sealed million-dollar deals, was being arrested for breaking into his own building. That's America for you sometimes. Success doesn't erase the color of your skin. Miles tried again. "I am the president of this bank. My office is on the 4th floor." "Save it," Henderson snapped, stepping closer. His handcuffs clicked open, the sound echoing under the chandelier Miles had personally approved during renovations. "Hands behind your back." The cold metal clamped around his wrists. His Rolex caught against the steel. The irony was suffocating. By the time Henderson shoved him toward the patrol car, 3 more cruisers had pulled up. Miles sat in the back seat, staring out through the bulletproof glass, watching his own BMW parked neatly in its spot. A spot with his name etched in stone. Henderson leaned against the hood, smirking with the kind of confidence that only comes from knowing the system would back him up. Comfortable back there. Buddy nice suit, by the way. "Where'd you steal it?" Miles took a slow breath, swallowing the rage burning in his chest. "It was tailored by Brooks and Harlow downtown. My wife bought me this watch when I was made president. You want me to list every purchase I've ever made?" Or, Henderson sneered, "You could just shut up." And that's when allies started to arrive. Julian Tran, head of security, former military police, 6 feet of calm fury, pulled his SUV into the lot. He spotted his boss in cuffs and his jaw clenched tight. Walking up to Henderson, he said flatly, "Why is my boss sitting in the back of your car?" "Your boss," Henderson snorted. "This guy tripped the alarm. End of story." "That's Miles Carter," Julian replied, voice steady, military sharp. "President and CEO of this bank. He has full clearance." Henderson rolled his eyes. "And let me guess, you're the chairman of the board. Look, security guard, I don't know what scam you people are running, but I'm not falling for it." Those 2 words, "you people," hung in the air like smoke. Julian's fists tightened, but he held his ground. Minutes later, a white BMW pulled in. Naomi Delgado, vice president of the bank, heels clicking like gunfire across the pavement. She marched right up, no hesitation. "Officer, release him immediately. That man is my boss. He is the president of this bank." Henderson smirked. "Lady, I don't care if he's the Queen of England. He's under arrest. File a complaint if you don't like it." Naomi's voice sharpened, cutting like glass. "Do you want me to call your captain? Or maybe I should call the mayor, who happens to sit on our board of directors. Do you really want to explain to him why you've got our bank president locked in your squad car?" For the first time, Henderson's face faltered. Just a flicker. But pride is a dangerous thing. Instead of backing down, he doubled down. He'll sort it out at the station. Until then, he's in custody. By now, employees were arriving. Danielle, the head teller, stopped dead when she saw Miles behind glass. "That's Mr. Carter. He's here every morning at this time," she shouted. Others joined in, their voices rising. One after another, they vouched for him, telling stories of promotions, loans, kindness he'd shown. But Henderson didn't budge. He stood there, red-faced, shouting back, "Everybody stay back. This is police business. Interfere and you'll be arrested too." And then things really exploded because the media showed up. A Channel 7 news van rolled in, cameras rolling before the tires stopped. Reporter Sophia Reyes marched forward, microphone in hand. "Can you tell us why the president of this bank is in handcuffs?" she asked Naomi, live on air. Naomi didn't blink. "Because of racial profiling. Our president, a respected black executive, was arrested in his own workplace after a false alarm. Despite ID, despite video evidence, this officer refuses to release him." That phrase, racial profiling, hit like a thunderclap. The story went from local embarrassment to potential civil rights scandal in one breath. By now, the mayor had arrived face tight with fury. "That man is my friend and the president of this bank," he told Henderson. "Release him at once." And then came Captain Felicia Grant Henderson's superior, a 25-year veteran with a reputation for fairness. She took one look at the scene, cameras, employees, a mayor and a man in a $1,000 suit locked in a squad car, and she knew her department had a nightmare on its hands. "Officer Henderson," she ordered, "brief me now." But Henderson dug in deeper, shouting for everyone to hear. "I caught a suspect inside the bank during an alarm. That's good police work. I'm not letting politics get in the way." The crowd gasped. Cameras zoomed in. And then, like fate itself had decided enough was enough, a black sedan with federal plates pulled up. Out stepped Special Agent Marcus Lee from the FBI's Civil Rights Division. His presence alone shifted the air. Suddenly, this wasn't a small-town cop drama, it was a federal matter. Agent Lee flipped open his badge. "We're here to determine if civil rights have been violated." Henderson sneered. "Great, now the feds are here to help the criminals too." The crowd erupted, boo shouts, disbelief. The cameras caught every second. Henderson's career was crumbling in real time. Captain Grant's voice cut through the chaos. "Officer Henderson, you are relieved of duty, effective immediately. Officer Chen, release Mr. Carter right now." The world seemed to freeze as the patrol car door opened. Miles stepped out, straightening his wrinkled suit, adjusting his tie, dignity radiating from every movement. The red marks from the cuffs burned on his wrists, but his back was straight, his head held high. The employees erupted in cheers and applause, tears streaming down Danielle's face. Julian clapped him on the shoulder. Naomi's voice cracked. "Are you okay?" Miles nodded, voice low but steady. "I'm fine, because of all of you." Reporters swarmed. Sophia Reyes thrust her mic forward. "Mr. Carter, what do you have to say about this?" Miles looked straight into the lens, his words sharp and unforgettable. "What I experienced today was being arrested for the crime of being a black man in my own workplace. Despite ID's witnesses and video evidence, I was treated as a criminal because of assumptions about what people like me can or can't be. This isn't just my story, it's the story of countless professionals who've had to prove over and over that they belong in spaces they've already earned." That soundbite lit the internet on fire. Hashtags exploded, #banking while black, Miles Carter. Meanwhile, Henderson was escorted away, red-faced, muttering about just doing his job. But no one was buying it, not anymore. And as Miles walked back into the building, he had poured his life into past the mission statement, carved into marble. Integrity, trust, excellence. He knew things would never be quite the same. His employees had seen the truth. His city had seen the truth. The whole country was watching. And here's the question that still lingers, the one I'll leave with you. Was Henderson just one bad cop too proud to admit a mistake? Or was he a mirror of something much bigger? Something baked into the system waiting to explode in moments like this? What do you think? Was this just a personal failure? Or proof that success alone can't protect you from prejudice? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because stories like this aren't just about one man, they're about all of us and what kind of country we want to be.